Hey, my friends. I'm going to give you a little message of the day, a little tip for communication and relationships and arguments. And I use Snapchat because I like the camera and because I find it easier to post the Snapchat videos on other platforms, whereas I'm not sure how to post a big video on Snapchat. So, here goes. Have you ever had a moment where you've said something that you regretted? In the moment, and it was because you were offended and you were angry and frustrated and feeling misunderstood and unloved? Well, I've had that in my past years and past relationships, and a friend of mine once told me that if I were to put myself into more of a managerial role in my mind, like a manager would speak with the guidelines of speaking the facts, and as I was saying, when you're in a manager role, you are more business. It's not personal. It's not emotional. And he had told me, if I can go into that mode when I'm having a conversation or an argument, I won't be quite as emotional and reactive, and I can keep myself under control. Now, that was one tip, and it did really help me in a couple of my moments. But I was telling, actually, another friend that if you were to write a letter or do some sort of email or message or even a voice message on Messenger, what that allows you to do is to communicate all that you need to say without being interrupted. And it also allows you to edit what you said so that you can make sure you're speaking your truth and your heart in love, and you're not reacting with emotion and saying things that you'll regret. It's really powerful when you can do it that way. Now ultimately, you want to be able to learn how to be mindful and be slow to anger, and be unconditionally happy without, letting your feathers get ruffled. Or I like what Esther Hicks says. She says, letting someone get your goat. Sometimes people will get your goat, but you shouldn't have to let people get your goat. You can choose to, in the moment when you start feeling that urge, you can slow down and ask yourself questions like, what else could this mean? Or I wonder why they're doing this, which that gives you empathy and helps you to understand that there's a reason that they're reacting, which also helps you to not be quite as reactive and angry. But it takes practice and discipline, and I think the message thing, the writing it out first, is a good way to start. But it's not at all something that I would say is good for long term. I think it's really healthy to practice your own alignment, your own stability in your mood, because there's so much power in that stability of being self-aware, recognizing how you feel as an indicator of where you are and how you can tweak your thought to things. It also makes you and in the moment, a person who has strength in the moment to help with problem solving and resolving issues quickly. It's you got to be fluid with it. You only become fluid in your communication and in your anything that you're doing when you've trained. It's like sports. You become quick. You become better as you make it a lifestyle and a practice, and learn on the way. So anyway, I also like the Bible verse that says for parents to not discipline their kids in anger, because then you'll wound your kids pretty much. The Bible is a really great resource for healthy practices and philosophies. I like one of the verses that says, a fool is easily offended. And it's really true. If you're really a fool, which just means you're ignorant and you're not mature and you're reactive and you react to everything and you're like a loose cannon. Honestly, why should anyone have power over you to make you react? I really don't think that anybody should be allowed to have that power. I think if you can become super stable and strong in that area and not let anything outside of you ruffle your feathers, you just are in alignment and you are unconditionally happy. That's power, and it takes work. So you better get to the work of self-development, because I'm telling you, your life is way better. So choose joy now.